Okay, here's my little video, I guess, on my Champion. It's not really a build, but anyway, I made a bunch of notes. Get back to the top. Oh man, it's been a long day. So, I made a panel and I got a video up on that. So I just started out trying to think about everything and, anyway, redid that rocker panel. And this was kind of some notes because I had all these switches I had to figure out. But then I was like, well, I really want a bus bar. I want a fuse block. But then I discovered that the Champion has already got a fuse block in their panel. So, like, literally the builds, the live well aerator, navigation lights, fuel gauge. So that was all on breakers already. And so then I didn't have Hummingbirds and the backbone. So the backbone ended up on the engine multi-purpose battery, but because it's already there. But then, then I had, 4 tracks, and I was coming up trying to figure out, AGM. So I had an AGM battery, and I thought, I'll run the Hummingbirds off that. And then 136 volt battery for trolling motor. And then I was thinking maybe I have a couple other lithiums and AGM or some kind of something, but I had to have the cranking multi-purpose battery for the engine fuse block. And went to the fuse block, which you fed the Hummingbirds, all that. Well, anyway, that's all scrapped. That's all not the same. So here was the back panel, and so I put in a switch for my trolling motor batteries, which now is going to be a Dakota lithium. It's going to be 36 volt lithium. And then I had a fuse block, had it mounted on here. So over here on my first build, I had a fuse block because I thought I wanted everything fused. So I bought one of these, and I put it in, drilled the holes, everything. And I had a switch that I had mounted here, but because of the space in the bay and how I was going to bring the batteries in, I scrapped that. Plus, it's too hard to reach. I could reach this one just fine. So anyway, I mounted it over here. I drilled the holes and got rid of this because it's just redundant. And then, really, there's only 3 connections to the battery as far as. So I'll have a couple of these for the Hummingbirds. And then there's one line that goes to the engine battery for all the Champion boat panel stuff. And then the trolling motor, I kept the old Champion trolling motor. These are fine, it's 40 amps. I know they say 60, but I've never tripped a 40. So anyway, that goes up to my 4 tracks, 112 pound thrust, 36 volt trolling motor. And then, so over here is another switch that I just have out right now because I'm going to have to tie it when I put the panel back on. But it'll go here. Like it's going to mount like that. Anyway, I decided to do that. So this will be house power, to the panel and stuff. So when it's parked, I can just turn it off. And then the same thing with the trolling motor battery. I can just turn it off. So there's going to be, like, if you looked at the bay, I thought I did notes on this. If you looked at the bay, did I do notes on this? Maybe I did and I drew it somewhere else. I don't know. I thought I did. But in the bay, if we're just thinking about it, like in the bay, I have an engine battery. It's an AGM. I haul got one. It's like 75 pounds. Next to it will be a lithium battery, the 36 volt. And then I'm going to rotate the oil tank over here. And then I'm going to put the two, I've got ordered 2 lithium batteries, Dakota lithium batteries for each graph. So everything is on its separate deal. And I have power for days. So yeah, I have power for days. So I have to tie these in, and we might even still go fishing, even though I don't have the 2. I don't have the graphs. Sorry, I don't have my other 2 graph batteries. Man, that came out really crazy. Let me say that again. So I'm waiting on 2 fish finder batteries, and they'll be in, but I can wire it up so that I can run them off of the AGM. So if I want to take it out, I can do that, because it might be a week or so before I get those batteries. Hopefully not too long, because we're right at pre-spawn and it's time to go, you know. So I got that done, and man, it's about ready. It's about time. It's about the time to get out there. So please subscribe. Please keep liking and commenting. I enjoy it. So my engine and some, like bilge pump stuff like that. And then over here, it's got a switch so I can turn that off. So I can turn I call it house power, or it's powering the whole house, bilge pump, running lights, that kind of stuff. And I got it on a switch. So, and then down here, I'm gonna have to get my little stool so you guys can see. So you guys can see this. So then over down here, we've got, we've got wire in the way, but we got 2 little 12 volt lithiums, and this is in the way, but it says 12 volt, 23 amp hour lithiums, them little bitty dudes. They only weigh 6.4 pounds, and I mean, they're that, 6 inches by 3 inches by, I forget, 7 maybe. And those are powering, I got 2 graphs, and each one is powering a graph. And if I decide to add any more graphs, I'm in the future, I might add a couple of graphs. Literally, I could take those batteries and I could hide them in a rod locker. I got my finger in the way. I could hide them in a rod locker or something like that, or even way up in the dash over here by the driver's dash, way up in there. I mean, there's a place for a battery there. The only trick to all that would be just getting power from a charger somewhere to that battery. So back here, I'm gonna get a 4-bank battery charger that does lithium and AGM, and I'll have them hooked up so I can just plug it up. Because right now I don't have it set up. I'm having to here's the 36 volt that they send you a charger, but it's not a sealed charger, so you can never put it in a boat like this, because you don't want to do that. So there's a couple of different ones you can get that are sealed. But what I'm thinking about is, even when you add a couple more graphs, just add a couple more batteries, and then you could put a 2-bank charger over there, and then you'd have one, because if you had another graph here, you could put it on its battery that's right there, and then you can have another battery that's up there by by the you know, the front of the boat or whatever, send power up there and add another graph, and then you'd have 4 graphs going. So pretty cool setup. But these Dakota Lithiums, they've got, you know, 11-year warranty on them. So I'm not going to buy another battery for a long time, and unless I got to send one back if something happened. But then, like this battery, I mean, it's got a 5-year warranty on it, and it's a pig. I mean, it's a, you know, 1150, you know, cold cranking amps, 220 reserve capacity. It's a 31 series. It's a great battery. It's a pricey battery. I mean, we're talking almost $500, but well worth it. You know, even like I gotta go get a battery, this lead acid battery here, 31 series. I mean, you can get those pretty cheap, but a lot of guys get a deep cell, or they get a start. You know, they might have a starting battery there, then they got other stuff plugged up to it, so that battery's gonna die in like a year, and that's why they're only giving 1-year warranties, because none of these people know. Even the guys working at the auto parts place, they don't know. They have no clue. This one's kind of getting, you know, it's been hot. So this needs to be a multi-purpose battery. If you got anything else on it other than the engine, it needs to be a multi-purpose battery. Meaning that it's starting, because it can take the spikes, or it's like a deep cell where it gradually goes down. So we'll take this battery, use it as a core, and get him another battery. And that, I mean, I'm getting Deca batteries at Advance Auto Parts. So I'm using Deca. Deca's like, you know, I'm going to stay away from interstate batteries. And we're going to go with like a Deca, which Duracell is a Deca battery. At least that's what information that I've gotten. So I've just got to see if they got a multi-purpose over there, or if they can order one up. And yeah, anyway, that's kind of what's going on. So this might be a longer video, but it's raining and I can only do so much. So we'll see you guys later.